Welcome back to a podcast not like the rest, where we deliver nothing but savaged and uncut content.
Where did I go?
From a loft-style studio in Tampa, Florida brings you Savaged himself, Michael Gardner.
No filter on Savaged, unfiltered, Savaged.
I'm probably going to have this heart valve issue finally addressed. I can't keep putting it off. I'm feeling it more and more. I'm just, So probably, you'll probably get under my skin and I'll get rageful anyway. But
Yeah.
but I'm like, today.
I hope you feel better. I mean,
My sister actually last month had to be rushed into the hospital for heart issues and had a stent put in. So it's like that came out of the blue. I've known about my issue since before COVID. They identified it and said I had to have surgery then. Then COVID happened, and so it's just been put off, and it's like I could barely go up or down a flight of stairs without panting like a dog.
Well, I'm glad you're back here, man. It's been a hot minute since we've had you on. I mean, a couple of weeks actually, and I'm glad you're back. All jokes aside, Meow Man and I, we've been kind of poking at you like the last week and a half, 2 weeks. So,
Yeah. Well, also call me not Honest Abe, but Honest Joe. I didn't miss you at all.
Oh man, back at you. There's the bird. No, but it's great having you back. We missed you here on the show, and we got a lot to talk about, Joe. Especially, I want to get into this new Department of Government Efficiency, and the liberals, man, are losing their fucking marbles with this.
I've written like a half dozen pieces on Doge over the last few weeks because it's happening so fast and furious. And of course, the left never-ending lies. Although they did raise one point that I was with them temporarily on, Doge and the IRS stuff. They do. Let me back up. At first, they were saying Elon's going to have access to your tax records and your Social Security. Well, you know what? He ran PayPal, so he had access to all kinds of people's Social Security numbers before already. But I said, I agree. He shouldn't have access to personal information in the IRS database. Yeah. And if he feels he needs it, he should make the case. Well, he made the case. He needs it. Yeah. Payments are being made without rationale, so we need access to all that to know whether they're legit payments. Social Security.
Why are they going crazy? I mean, if they have nothing to hide, they wouldn't be upset about it. Obviously, there's some stuff to hide, But
they are the left, the Democrats, the commie fasci socios are protecting their money laundering, their waste, their fraud, their abuse is all money laundering to their friends, their family, their donors, or people they want to buy votes from. I was starting to say Social Security checks are going out to millions of people, supposedly over the age of 100. Now, certainly there are people over the age of 100 in this nation, but over 150, over the age of 200?
Oh, God.
And no doubt that is fraud. And no doubt in my mind, they're also filing tax returns with those Social Security numbers, claiming credits they don't deserve, therefore getting additional money.
That's right.
Stolen from the taxpayers.
Well,
returns. We need to root that out.
Well, speaking of the IRS, man,
They want to audit us, but
yeah.
a supposed 200-year-old person, they don't question that return. Audit it. That's not a live person.
No, speaking of the IRS, Joe, they just got done firing, what was it, 1,000 agents just the other day? 1,000. They fired them. Are those the shady ones that were, kind of keeping things under the rug all these years? I wonder
don't
why.
know.
They're getting
Yeah.
rid of all the corruption before Elon and his team, and of course, with the direction of Donald Trump, finds out. Obviously, I mean, I'm not making assumptions. I'm kind of putting the pieces together and playing common sense. I'm seeing that happen. I mean, and then they're all going crazy. Like, what was it? This is old news, guys, but just like a week ago, maybe now a week and a half ago, all the Democrats lined up at the what was it? The Department of Education. And it was Bernie
An
Sanders
attempted
and Maxine
insurrection.
Waters.
Yeah.
Oh, and they were like, "You're just a security guard. You're just here to monitor security." And he's like, "Yes, I'm doing my job. That's why I'm out here." And she's like, "Why are you out here? Why are you not allowing us to come in? Even if they did come in, Joe, he would have stopped them inside as well, too. He's doing them a favor by telling them they're not welcomed in the building anymore. That's new policy. You have a brand new administration and this and that."
But you'll notice for decades since the Department of Education was created, our test scores have gone down and down and down. Did they ever attempt to march over to the Department of Education about them failing our children? No. But now that their money laundering operations are threatened, gotta march on over there, create a scene, stage an event.
Right.
Savage.
Welcome back to a podcast not like the rest, where we deliver nothing but savaged and uncut content.
Democrats done the very same thing, Joe. You remember when Bill Clinton did the very, very same thing that Donald Trump is doing?
Yeah.
But they weren't questioning it. Everything was fine, no, nothing to see here, folks.
I've got OAN news on the background, and they showed a clip, press conference, Bill Clinton, Al Gore talking government waste, fraud, and abuse. We're going to reduce the federal workforce by 10%. We're going to merge the FBI, the DEA, and the BATF, right? Government efficiency. They used the term.
The same thing in the early 90s with Bill Clinton.
But of course, they didn't say anything about it because it was all a lie.
Yeah.
Then they weren't doing any of that. It was all bullshit. But now somebody's actually doing it. Oh, wait a minute. No, we just want to pretend we're doing something about it.
And it's
can't actually do it.
And Joe, this is not under. This is nothing new. This is not under like Donald Trump. He's not just starting it just to start it. We've seen it under Bill Clinton. I believe Barack Obama has tried something similar to it, but failed. I mean, Democrats have tried this tactic before.
Well,
I mean,
again, they've pretended to try. They only pretended to care for votes, to fool people, bamboozle people. Again, now that somebody actually is doing what they promised they would do, oh shit, freak out time.
It's freak out time. We actually have a leader that is actually creating promises through his campaign, right? He's committed to the promises now, even in his administration. Right? He said he was going to do all this stuff, go through all the departments, make sure there's no corruption, make sure that the money is being spent wisely and accurately. And he's actually doing what he campaigned for a change.
Yeah. Going off topic here, but I forgot to say at the top of so we're not on Roku Kuchu yet.
Not yet, guys. If you go over, obviously, this episode, is airing this week, but going into next month, around the middle of next month, the 15th, 20th, you'll start seeing the episodes all lining up. Bear with them. It's going to take some time, for all the, library to be accurate and, and everything else.
Yeah,
But
be sure to check it out early, right around the middle of March, before we're already then kicked off by the end of the month.
I hope not. But this is wild times we live in, Joe. Really wild times.
Yeah. I get. There is nobody alive 250 years old.
No.
But yet the IRS will not audit clear waste, fraud, and abuse. No, they want to audit like you and me. Or the
you and I, no problem.
owner.
Yeah, they'll audit us till next Sunday. You try to get your taxes done on, whatever, TurboTax, H&R Block, whatever. And then you get the constant, your taxes are not accepted. And then you got to go back and then, they've been accepted because we actually found something that we actually needed from you. Some stupid miscellaneous form that's really, what is it, like $1.50? Come on. Jesus. But yeah, I want to talk about this with you, Joe, because this is really catching some attention here. We got a clip, guys. We'll plug it in a moment. But federal courts are now halting Trump's executive actions. Now, this includes federal funding freeze, which was found in violation of a court order, they said, a buyout program that's being paused, shuttering the USAID, which is now paused, the Doge Treasury Department access, which is now paused, ending birthright citizenship, blocked indefinitely, fired head of Office of Special Counsel, right, temporarily reinstated. Agencies use the term sex and not gender in federal policies and documents. Temporarily restraining order with that. The NIH grant cuts paused. And then there's two more. Oh, it's a whole list, guys. Yep. Moving trans women prisoners to male prisons, which are paused. And the delegation, my words are terrible today, of health. Delegation, there we go. Smack my head, get it together. Of health data sets from government websites are paused. All that, Joe.
Yeah.
That.
If you look at CNN or the MSNB SILs, as I call them, constitutional crisis. We've been in a constitutional crisis for the last
4 years ago, we took a wrong turn and lost our purpose. We lost the strength that makes Americans who we are. If we dared to speak the truth, it was called hate speech, and our values were labeled shameful. That's when everything we care about fell apart. We surrendered our borders, our paychecks, and our courage. Our patriotism was called toxic. Men could beat up women and win medals, but there was no prize for the guy who got up every day to do his job. Now we're being asked to settle for the way things are. And we're wondering if America can make a comeback. We can. Because we've done it before. When we get knocked down, we don't stay down. We get up again. We fight. We fight. We fight.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this.
That was a great ad, Joe, by the way. That's exactly what our society has turned into. And we have to pick up the pieces and we have to rebuild.
Yep. Well, the leftist media, they get their talking points from the Democrats, and the buzzword is constitutional crisis. Trump is going to ignore the courts. He's not ignoring the courts. Joe Biden literally after the SCOTUS decision saying your student loan debt forgiveness is illegal, unconstitutional, Joe Biden literally said, I am not going to let that stop me. He ignored the courts. Their constitutional crisis has been, as Mark Levin had on his show, and he didn't go far enough. He said these are lawyers in black robes. No, you're being too generous. These are leftist activists in phony robes engaging in leftist activism from the bench. They're not dealing in law or constitutionality. That is the constitutional crisis, and it's existed for the last 50 years, especially the Ninth Circuit, which has been called the Ninth Circus Court, that has been overturned over and over by the Supreme Court for decades, but yet they still make leftist rulings that they know just to delay and stall things will be overturned by the SCOTUS. They engage in activism from the courts. That's a constitutional crisis. That is illegal meddling by the article courts over the executive article branch authorities. They don't have the. If you
question, Joe,
if you want to engage in policy, run for Congress. Get the hell off the bench. Run for Congress.
Well, we have some loonies and clowns in Congress already, and I want to get to that point there with a couple. If you guys know what I'm talking about there on the live stream, if you're checking us out, get the comments in if you guys want to share your thoughts here on today's discussion. But my question, Joe, is: do you believe that Donald Trump was destined to conquer all of this mess? Because I think he was. I'll give you my thoughts and my opinions on it. I think he was chosen, by the upper elites there, and the upper atmosphere of the spiritual realm, however you guys want to label it, God, Jesus. I believe that he was chosen to defeat the radicalism in America, and I think that's why the Democrats, the radical ones, are scared to death of him. Because he's not going to bend. I think you mentioned, and you mentioned the words that he is not.
Michael Gardner, Uncut.
Those orders. He's going to ignore them and do what he's going to do as the president for the American people. I think that's why they're scared to death of him, because he's not a typical Republican, Joe.
They're scared of him because he's not doing what they want him to do. They hope he'll.
That's what I said. He's not a typical Republican,
right?
Joe. Yeah,
but he's appealing all these cases, and again, eventually SCOTUS will smack down the liberal activist courts that have overstepped their bounds again. But they know that, but they want to delay it. But the leftards, by stealing the 2020 election, created the monster they think they now have. If he was elected in 2016, drained the swamp. Did he do it in his first term? No, he didn't. Well, had he been reelected, chances are he wouldn't have done it then.
All right, let's go right there where you just said.
Now he's doing it.
Let's go right where you just said. If he was reelected, obviously you're talking about 2020,
in 2020.
Right? If he was reelected in 2020.
Which he was. They stole it, yeah.
Obviously, yeah. This is his third term, guys. Literally, if you think about it. But, not on paper, but in,
right. I
common
think the
sense
audience
morality
knows
of it.
what
Yeah.
you mean, yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is,
for a third time,
if he was elected in 2020, do you believe the movement he's carrying now, everything with Doge and everything, would exist in 2020?
Nope.
No.
That happened. It would have been second term like the first term. Talked a good game, but maybe nibbled around the edges of the swamp, but nothing like actually going after all the waste, all the fraud, all the abuse, exposing all the money laundering. Now, you think he's a monster? Well, thank you created him.
Yeah. Check out this video we had that I was just mentioning with all the court stuff and everything else. This is ridiculous, guys. It's gonna go into some weather though, but we took a clip off of the MSNBC infosource that me and Joe love to talk.
Yeah.
Check this out. Yeah. Crazy stuff.
We've got more breaking news here in Washington in just the last hour from the White House, where one of the world's most powerful men fielded questions from reporters in the Oval Office alongside his son. Not President Trump, but Elon Musk, explaining his mission to try to slash the size of the federal government and do things like investigate the net worth of workers relative to their pay. Is that legal? Not clear, at least not right now. But we do know some of the other controversial things the Trump administration has tried to do have been stopped or slowed by the federal courts. You see that list here. Number of items setting up a potential showdown between the executive and judicial branches. Aaron Gilchrist is live for us at the White House. Aaron, what was so interesting to watch in this dynamic was President Trump, it seemed very comfortably turning over the spotlight to Elon Musk in the Oval Office, in the center of power in Washington and in this country.
Very unusual in so many ways, right? Typically, in a setting like this, you have President Trump do all of the talking. And in this case, you saw him more than once defer to Elon Musk to explain what he's been doing. He's had this team at Doge, which is an office inside the White House, not a department or an agency. But he's had this team going into all of the agencies and taking a look around. And we heard him sort of explain what they've been doing. He said that they are being maximally transparent. That was the term that he used in talking about putting information on the Doge website and on the Doge X account, for example, although when you go and look at some of those places, it doesn't necessarily explain in great detail the work that they've been doing. He did, though, talk about things like going into the Treasury Department and looking at payment systems that he believes were not operating in the most effective
without
way.
codes, so you can't track it.
In terms of tracking where the money is going in the Treasury Department. He talked about taking a cursory look at Social Security payments and seeing that there were people who are 150 years old receiving Social Security benefits. And so that is really the first time we've gotten any indication of what his team has been finding, really, although some of that is not stuff that we can verify, to be perfectly honest with you. We need to see the receipts, as the saying goes. I do want you to hear a little bit of what Elon Musk had to say, though, about this idea of transparency and conflicts of interest, that questions were asked about him having personal conflicts of interest with his businesses doing business with the federal government while he's doing these searches.
I fully expect to be scrutinized and get a daily proctology exam, basically. Might as well just camp out there. So it's not like I think I can get away with something. I'll be scrutinized nonstop.
So he says that checks and balances are in place and he's not just sort of doing things willy-nilly. And you heard President Trump there, Hallie, seem to back him up.
There's also, when the president did speak, one of the things he was asked about and that he talked about were what we talked about just a moment ago, the courts putting a pause temporarily or in some cases blocking indefinitely some of his policies that he's been wanting to put in place. Let me play that here.
I always abide by the courts, always abide by them, and will appeal. But appeals take a long time, and I would hope that a judge, if you go into a judge and you show him, here's a corrupt situation, we have a check to be sent, but we found it to be corrupt. Do you want us to send this corrupt check to a person, or do you want us not to give it and give it back to the taxpayer?
Aaron, there had been some concern and there remains some concern among Trump critics that the president is essentially, and his administration, planting the seeds to potentially defy a court order here. What are you hearing on your end from sources?
So he just said he isn't going to defy the court orders. He's appealing. She's lying. She is not happy with this black guy telling some truth. She keeps going back to the left-wing MSNBCILES, MSNBCILS narrative, the lies, the falsehoods, the distractions, the distortions. He was at least dealing in some truth there, and you could tell she was upset. She didn't like it. You can't talk truth here.
The narrative wasn't going over smoothly that she was looking for, and he was delivering nothing but honesty, and they didn't like that. They were like, whoa, you can't be airing that.
The fact, and the system has to be changed. Tomorrow, the IRS and all departments there are fields where you must put in you're supposed to. By
Yeah.
law, you're required, but they ignore the law and don't put in the payment code and don't fill in the comment field why it's a justification under this code, why this check is going out. And a check should not be sent digitally, nor be allowed to even be printed to be sent if the code and the description are blank. Very simple. You can no longer hide your shit. You must put in the code, you must justify the payment, or it will not be sent. No more of this trying to clean it up after the fact. Prevent it in the first place. That won't stop all the fraud. They will forge. They will put a code in. They will put a bogus reason.
But this is what,
at least then we can track it.
Yeah, this is what Trump ran on in 2015, 2016. He just wasn't able to obtain all of that and make it a successful agenda because he had the wrong people in his cabinet. I mean, this has to be done. Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. As a taxpayer, Joe, we want to know where our damn taxes are going on rightful purposes. I mean, that's as simple as that.
There are still CINOs and rhinos.
That's what we have to do. We have to figure out how to get them out.
They're kind of just trying to be quiet. They're in on some of the grift too. They're at least trying to be quiet and pretend to go along with it. So we're going to get some of this done, but not all of it done. While the Democrats are openly defending waste, fraud, abuse, and money laundering.
That's right. That's right. And I'm glad that we're actually getting things done correctly under this president. What a 190 between Trump and Biden. My God, it feels like America's back. Every time I see things on, Fox or CNN or any other network for that matter, I'm like, man, America's back. And they're going crazy. I want to talk about this this AOC thing here in a minute, guys. But
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about, Joe. I want to talk about her in a little bit because she's under investigation. They're going after her very, very strongly. I believe.
She's the poster child for the Democrats aiding and abetting fugitives. That is a felony. Put her in cuffs, charge her, prosecutor, lock her up in Gitmo. Somebody needs to be made an example of, and she needs to be made the example.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about her in a moment, guys. But you know me, guys. I have to get the breaks where they're deserved, guys.
No, we can't do it.
We'll be right back after these short words.
But you promised we'd be commercial.
People had enough. I mean, they made stupid Hallmark movies about football players, when they're having, celebrity love in football or something because of this whole Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce thing going on.
I seen that. And there's such a controversy of both of them. It's unbelievable.
Right.
I find it hilarious, to be honest.
It's all bound to happen. I mean, this is just the cycle. It's just like the news cycle. It's a cycle for celebrity fame. So, you can't be number one forever.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You get everybody. It's as soon as you become number one, everybody underneath you wants to knock you off. So,
well, the boyfriend there, Travis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that you say his last name, Kelce, right? Is that
Kelce? Yeah.
Yeah. He said he felt helpless at the game.
What do you mean helpless?
You're fucking helpless.
Go do your job.
Was there a gun at his fucking head?
Well, you can't do everything, I suppose, but what are you going to do? Sometimes you have an off night, whatever. I mean, this was the biggest game for him for the year, but they sucked.
Yeah.
And
who were you rooting for, by the way? Were you rooting for?
Well, I don't really root for anybody, but if I had to root for somebody, it would have been Kansas City because it's nearby. We're their hometown.
Michael Gardner, Uncut.
Did you bet?
Yeah, I went on polymarket.com and I put like $200 on Philadelphia, and then I actually got $400 in return.
Wow! See, I thought the same. I was thinking hilarious. I couldn't bring myself to do it, but I thought I should bet on Philadelphia. I bet that'll pay off. And then I didn't do anything, and so there you go.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
I put money on Polymarket, and I came out like a fucking victor.
That's fantastic. Good for you. Yeah. I'll have to ask my brother-in-law who he bet on because he bets on everything. So I haven't talked to him since the game. So
hopefully
he bets on the coin toss and stuff. It's ridiculous.
This had been a Truth Productions media episode. Thank you for listening.
You want to hear my secret to super soft underwear? Well, first off, I only buy MeUndies. And second off, I only wash them in... Premium products call for premium water.
Today we're diving into a topic that's been on everyone's minds, the political climate in the United States and the potential for a civil war. As we all know, there's been a lot of tension in the country, with radical individuals inciting violence and trying to divide America. But what if one movement like MAGA could change the course of history and save our nation? That's why we're excited to share with you a book that explores this very topic, America's Political Warfare, Our Modern Civil War by Michael Gardner, the host of the Savaged Unfiltered show, is available exclusively on Spotify. So, if you're interested in learning more about the political landscape and how it's shaping our world, pick up your copy of this fascinating book today. And don't forget to follow and subscribe for more thought-provoking content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
At the heart of this thrilling story is Michael Gardner, the charismatic host of the popular podcast, The Savaged Unfiltered Show. Through the pages of Shockcaster, you will gain a new appreciation for the art of storytelling and the power of podcasts to shape public perception. Whether you're a true crime aficionado, a podcast enthusiast, or simply love a good thriller, this novel offers a unique perspective on a medium that has captivated millions. Join Michael Gardner on this pulse-pounding journey through the dark corners of human nature and the quest for the podcast supremacy. For more information about Shockcaster and to purchase your copy, head over to Amazon.com and search Shockcaster by Michael Gardner.
This is Todd.
Hi.
This is Todd's mom.
Hi.
In a moment, Todd's mom will read her son's internet browsing history.
What?
Aloud, please.
No. Supermodels on trampolines.com. Why don't girls like me? How to overcome an overbearing mother.
Okay, cut.
If you wouldn't want mom looking through your web history, why would you let hackers, ad companies, or your internet and cellular provider do the same thing?
Why does my junk burn?
They can track and record everything you do online, but not if you have ExpressVPN.
Why did you buy a $200 ninja outfit?
For fighting. ExpressVPN apps keep your activity and identity private while you browse, stream, email, or download. Protect all of your devices with just one click.
Are my hands small?
Okay, I'm done. You guys are all terrible people.
To learn more and get 3 extra months of ExpressVPN protection for free, go to expressvpn.com/mom. ExpressVPN. Take back your privacy today.
All righty, guys, welcome back to the show. All jokes aside, guys, we try to, handle a lot here on the show, whether it's comical relief, seriousness, like, politics and general culture around our society, because we believe it should be aired, guys. And there's a lot of podcasters out there that just stick to, certain formula and certain schnicks of their, I guess their agenda as a show. Hence the name Savage Unfiltered, guys. We tackle it all. I've had just about everybody on this show, whether they're comedians, authors, politicians, Secret Service agents. One time I was no, not Secret Service. What the hell am I saying? He was a special agent through the CIA, Pedro Israel Orta, which was actually featured on Tucker Carlson, guys. I'm really proud of that. I actually had him on my show first before he went to Tucker. I'm always saying that because that's big stuff, you know. And then, of course, we've had some other individuals on this show with fracking and crazy liberals, guys, which join us on another episode. We're going to have actually a liberal coming on this show to discuss the political backyard, so to speak, of apparently in his views that how Donald Trump is destroying America. Oh God, I can't wait to get into that discussion with Joe here. Joe's going to have fun picking his brain. He had fun picking the guy with the fracking. I'm sure he's going to have fun picking this dude. But welcome back to the show. This is
yes,
crazy
Sweaty
time.
Penguin, Sweaty
That's right.
Penguin. Hey, when this goes to Roku Kuchu, you definitely, if Roku Kuchu allows you to pin an episode at the top, pin the Sweaty Penguin show to that top of that. People got it. Yeah. Explosions. I didn't say explosions. As Warner Wolf would say, let's go to the videotape.
You said it 5 or 10 times. 5 times.
You
Joe
lied.
actually counted. Yeah, you actually counted, Joe. It was 5 times. Yeah. But, like a lot of people are, now, I see some people here on TikTok commenting, and thank you very much. Why are you going into lengthy? Yeah, they're asking me, why are we going into lengthy ads? Because we have to stick on formula here for Roku. I have to get into that formula set, guys. So,
and
that's
I'm
why.
glad MeUndies is back. I'm
That's
still
right,
waiting on
MeUndies.
a sample. Full disclosure, I haven't bought any because I've got plenty of pairs of underwear. I don't need to buy any, but I'd love to have a sample
I love
from
them.
And
I love them.
Being a former IT guy, most people don't need a VPN, but that ad was hilarious. I was like, overcoming an overbearing mother.
There was a lot of stuff that I'm sure they wanted to air, but they have to try to keep it within PG because it gets aired over to like YouTube and Rumble and all that other stuff. So little eyes might see, and hear.
Yeah, that was a good, PG-13-ish kind of ad.
I'm waiting for her to say.
Before Valentine's Day, I had on the inventor of the game called Am I the Ass? That was a PG-13 show, as racy as I get on my show.
You would win that award.
People told you they're surprised how much I let loose here.
You do. You're like a different person on Rick Walker. Guys, you catch him on Rick Walker there during the week. He's like a different Joe, I swear. It's like he goes through a fucking time warp or something and transforms. He's like a transformer. I almost said trans, but no, Joe didn't. I'm not a trans. What the hell are you talking about? No, he's like a transformer. Like, but
right.
But
it's like Gutfeld, right? He's gay. Popular. Joe's a transformer, right? You put the pause in there for the comedic effect, right?
That's right. You got to
shout out to Greg. Hey, Greg.
yeah, I was checking him out the other night. It was hilarious. It was either checking him out or watching that whole Saturday Night Live 50. I wasn't getting into that.
What a waste! What a joke!
Tom Hanks is an asshole.
Yeah, the Saturday Night Live movie. I did a review on that on beforeitsnews.com. What a joke the movie was. Complete waste of time and energy. I was so looking forward to that, and it was just a piece of garbage.
It was.
Oh, yeah, the SNL 50. The only good thing
I wasn't even into that, Joe.
Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler was the only good thing came out of any of it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that, guy. Save that for another time, Joe, because Joe's giving spoilers, and I mean, he's like he reads my mind or something. But yeah, save that that thought. But Joe, as we kind of close up this episode, the the whole AOC thing, right? She's in trouble. She's going to prison, man.
She literally is the definition of felony aiding and abetting of fugitives. Arrest her, prosecute her, send her to Gitmo. Make an example of one, and finally, maybe the other motherfuckers will get the fucking message and the hint that your lawlessness, the constitutional crisis thing, it's the left has been engaging in unconstitutional, illegal activities for 50 years. And it's about time something be fucking done about it.
Yeah. AOC is now saying that it's very unfair that Donald Trump's Doge team, is that Doge? It sounds like a fraternity team name or something. The Doge,
not douche, Doge.
Douche.
Yeah.
Doge. It does. It sounds like a fraternity name.
He is the douche. Elon is the Doge.
Yeah. Well, she's saying that Donald Trump and Elon are very unfair. Very unfair.
Yeah, how dare they not let me continue with my embezzlement and fraud and redistributing the taxpayers' money that we've stolen? How dare they bring an end to that?
Yeah. Well, Trump's border czar is now revealing pretty much why they are going after AOC. Because AOC was caught red-handed, basically showing illegal immigrants how to avoid capture. And my friends in the United States, that's considered treason against the United States. Is it not?
It could definitely qualify. Again, it would be a lot lesser and easier to prosecute for aiding and abetting. That is clear cut. Treason, of course, you'll get people like, oh my God, that should be reserved for those really doing something overt undermining the government. But you're right. I mean, this is undermining our nation, undermining we the people, stealing our money to give to. I've got a meme. I didn't know we were covering this, or I could have sent you the meme.
Send it later. We'll put it on Twitter. They'll love it.
Yeah, Schumer and Pelosi. Right in the caption, hear us loud and clear. We will step over every homeless veteran to help illegals every day of the week, right? They won't help American veterans that are living on the street. No,
they can care less about them.
To buy votes from illegal aliens. And that's what's happening. They want them to also illegally vote because they can't win elections only with legal voters.
Well, catch this. AOC, right? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, right?
I call her Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Oh, she's fucking nuts. And literally two jackets from a straight jacket to a Sunday. That's how nuts she is. She's now hitting back with the constitutional fact check, she's calling it.
That's their talking point. Constitutional crisis, something they created for the last 50 years, of course.
Well,
as usual, projection.
Well, Joe, listen to this.
Accuse us what they're guilty of.
I got to close it out with this segment here real quick. I want to make this real quick.
We got to make room for Meow Man.
Yeah,
hey, Meow Man.
Meow
Is he in
Man's
the green room right now?
Yeah, he's in there. He's waiting for us patiently. But no, I want to close it out with this. I love how who the hell. I got Tibbs here. He's helping me out with this stuff. Who's reported? Oh, newrepublic.com, right? I don't even know who the hell this fucking outlet is. It's got to be a brand new outlet. They're now saying that, and this is how they use it, Joe. Donald Trump's so-called border czar, Tom Coleman, right, begged the Department of Justice to provide a reason to start taking action against Representative AOC for teaching people in this country about their rights. First of all, they don't have rights. They're illegal. They have no rights whatsoever, folks. When they become a citizen, then they have rights. But when they're in this country illegally, they don't have rights. AOC, I'm going to tell you right now because I'm streaming on X, and I hope you're listening, darling. They don't have rights. They're
the 14th Amendment and the birthright citizenship. We, the Republicans, wrote the amendment. We know its intent. It was based on the civil rights law that we wrote years before that you Democrats blocked and filibustered, just like until LBJ you blocked and filibustered the other Civil Rights Act that LBJ wanted to take credit for, therefore told Democrats to stop filibustering it. But all that was passed, written by and passed because of Republicans. We know the intent. And she wants to use the under the jurisdiction thereof of the 14th Amendment. They broke the law to come here. They are not legally here. They are therefore not legally under the jurisdiction of our nation.
Apparently
they are
under
illegal.
AOC.
Kick their asses out. You're right. They have no
apparently,
constitutional right.
Joe, apparently under AOC's reality fucking delusional Alice in Wonderland scenario, they have just as much rights as American citizens. What pipe are you smoking, darling? Because they don't have rights. Go back to the bar and serve me my cocktail where you belong. I hope she gets arrested. I really do. I really do. It would be a dream come true.
I mean, the Chicago mayor, Kathy Jokel, governor of New York. I mean, there's so many in a long list, a parade that we should arrest. But again, start with one. Make AOC the example.
Yeah. Guys, thanks very much for joining us here on the episode. Appreciate it, guys. Remember, you can catch us every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday on Spotify. And for video content, check us out here on X. For all my TikTokers.
Coming to Roku-Kuchu.
That's right, Roku-Kuchu, right, Joe? I've got to get a shirt ready for that. That'd be amazing. That will be in March. And then for all my TikTokers out there, guys, jump over to X. I'd love to see you. I know you're commenting. Restream does not allow the comments in the live stream. So I see you, and I thank you very much.
This is my only TikTok. They keep kicking me off TikTok.
Oh, God.
This had been a Truth Productions media episode. Thank you for listening.